Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. You think the fans are ready for this one? The roof's shaking underneath us, guys. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee and essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have on this rivalry.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Balkinson. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Second down coming up. The option look. The pitch. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Makes the catch. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Ready to fire from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Quarterback checking off. Fast motion from the offense. Off play action on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bacon. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the crow route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
The Gators will have it first and 10. They'll give it to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run play action. He's going up top. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. At the 45, on his way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on first and 10 from the 35. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Pulls it and fires to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Running back goes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
This defense really does a nice job playing with their eyes and pursuing the ball. They took away all of the quarterback's options down the field. When he finally checked it down, they rallied to him, made the tackle, now setting up 4th.
And the Gators will try to move the chains on 4th down. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a 1st down play. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
This offense has a 2nd down play. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Balkinson. Using his legs to buy some time. Complete downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And he's got it inside the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Coming after it. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Balkinson. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. On the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Seminoles are on the move. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Looking downfield, it's Balkinson. A shot toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Line getting set on second down. On the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On second down, he'll fire. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to... Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the run, it's Tolzien. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He makes the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He leaves it with his back. Keeps the legs moving. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker is Hart. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
The give to the tailback. Oh, gave the defender the business. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to it. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback will audible. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play. Some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers. And it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Well, if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Balkison. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Noles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play. Got
stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Sure hands, it's Bacon. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'll call for the fair catch here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive firing. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida State 13, Florida 6.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Snap it to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Looking for space. It's Tolzien. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw, it's Balkinson. Quick strike complete. Oh, he dropped it! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a everywhere. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This time they'll go to the running game.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Balkinson. It's complete to the right. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Looking to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Russo. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Dude, let's go. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They move the tight end all over. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Hart. At the 45 on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On the move. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, explode through, getting a long touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something to win, then this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking to throw, it's Balkinson. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. And the Knowles line up to punt it away. Here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Gators will call on their punt team. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Balkinson. Using his feet to buy time. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Yeah, the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Trying play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Oh, look out! He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gator! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game, and then let your defense go on the field and seal it.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Fair catch, called for and made. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw. It's Balkinson. Unloads to the right. Got his man. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's going to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Buys a little time with his feet. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you've got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. To the air, it's Balkinson. Pressure coming. He makes a grab. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Trailing and getting deep in the game. They'll go for it here on fourth and goal. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively